You're listening to 2025 The Final Drive, What You Need to Win with David Hayes. David has been providing financial advice for over 25 years and is the host of Your Money with David Hayes radio show and podcast.
So have you heard about this Inflation Reduction Act of 2022? Well, let's take you on a little journey of how we came to where we are today. It started off really big. The legislative journey of the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 started with Bernie Sanders, believe it or not, big surprise, in June of 2021. He pushed for a 10-year social spending package projected to include $6 trillion, yes, trillion, of outlays over a decade-long period. His proposal followed the American Rescue Act, a $1.9 trillion spending bill. That was signed into law by President Biden back in March of 2021. I've said this many times before in public settings that, we used to gag and choke over billion-dollar packages. And I thought, you know what? As soon as $1 trillion was floated and everyone accepted it, that it would be so much easier to pass the next $1 trillion spending bill. And boy, was I right. But then it got reduced in size. Within 2 months, the original $6 trillion spending idea was trimmed to a lowly $3.5 trillion. That was called the Build Back Better Act, the BBB plan, versus the IRA plan, the Inflation Reduction Act. Why would someone mess with these acronyms like IRA? That's an individual retirement account, right? Not an Inflation Reduction Act. Well, whatever. So the original $6 trillion was trimmed back. You had a 3.5, and it was like 2,400 pages long. It would impact federal income taxes, education, social welfare, and if yes, the word of the day, climate change, and yes, foreign policy. So that all was back, a few months ago, like August of 2021. So a year ago, I guess, when you do the math. So then it got even smaller. Senator Joe Manchin effectively shut down that $3.5 trillion proposed structure when he drew a line in the sand and said no more than $1.5 trillion. That's the maximum 10-year spending size that he could support. Back in September, the New York Times article that was out described the $3.5 trillion BBB, Build Back Better Act, as a cradle-to-grave expansion of the U.S. social welfare safety net. Well, what about now? Recognizing that the Build Back Better was stalled in Congress, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi forced her members to make tighter decisions. The result? It moved the page document from 2,400 down to around 2,100. Can you imagine what's in a 2,100 page document? What kind of gotchas are in there? But anyway, they scored a win, as they called it, at $1.75 trillion over 10 years. That kept electrical vehicles subsidized, free pre-K education, a corporate minimum tax, but eliminated paid leave, free community college, and expansion of Medicare. Tap the brakes before you do anything. Tap the brakes. Because if you would like to talk about how we can help you navigate these complicated issues, please go to cfci.us. Contact us there. Set up your complimentary call. I did one today. It was 20 minutes long. It was great. Helped out some folks. Or give us a call at 812-334-3190, and I promise you, we will make it happen.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. The clock is ticking. Each decision that is made today will put more money into your pocket or leave you worried about your financial future. The time to prepare is now. The time to eliminate risk was yesterday. Let's partner to help those around us to make decisions that empower their financial future. If you would like to book David for a speaking event, please contact CFC at cfci.us. You can purchase his book, 2025 The Final Drive, into www.cfci.us and clicking on 2025 The Final Drive.